Welcome back into the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Manchester. We're getting ready for the inaugural Tri-Nations tournament for the 35+ Masters, part of the Maxi Ball programme. And we have got England and Scotland women facing off first for you today in just a couple of minutes' time. My name's Kaz Bullock, and I'm here with Commonwealth Games silver medalist, WBBL star. You want a tipped rebound? Go to this woman. She is your woman for tipped rebounds, Hannah Shaw, and we're going to be with you throughout today's game and the next one after this at 6 p.m. Scotland and England men. We've been here for the under-14s tournament this morning, this afternoon. We aren't leaving. We're coming back tomorrow, and it's just been a great day, hasn't it, of basketball?
Yep, we've seen some great hoops this morning, some really fantastic junior players. It's been really nice to see them before they get good, and now we're going to watch them maybe after they've been quite good in the nicest possible way.
So this is it's an intergenerational showcase, and this weekend that's been put on in a collaboration between the Basketball England, Basketball Scotland, Basketball Wales, and GB Maxi Basketball, which
and we have got Gavin Williams,
here we go, here
Basketball Wales CEO, and one of the best referees that the British Basketball League has to offer.
Doing absolutely fantastic work as well for Basketball Wales. The GB Maxi basketball program is a Masters basketball performance program, and the whole aim of this weekend is just to showcase the longevity of the basketball talent pathway that we've got in this country, under 14s to over 35s, and even over 35s. There's more. There's over 70s. Jeff Jones is playing basketball.
You can play basketball for as long as you can. Well, as long as you can breathe, really.
So today it is Scotland women taking on England women, and a lot of names that people, if you're familiar with basketball in this country, you're going to recognise a lot of them. We're going to try and make a starting five with Hannah's ex-teammates as they come out onto the court, and
there's so many of them. I've got 2 more years though until I can play at this level.
Yeah, you're collecting teammates as well as you go through.
Getting ready.
So some names I think that people may really recognise here out on the England women's squad. Helen Naylor, of course, an absolutely fantastic player, just a legend of British basketball. Ellen Traylan, she's still playing. I shouldn't say it like that. She's playing for the Thames Valley Cavaliers in Division 1 this season. And Rahana Khalil absolutely tearing it up with the Manchester Mystics in Division 1 this season. Watch out for her behind the three-point line. And definitely someone to look out for. And for Scotland, some ex-WBBL talent out there. Rebecca Lonsdale spent time in the WBBL with the Newcastle Eagles. And Gillian Williamson with the Nottingham Wildcats.
I knew her as Jo Baird. She played with me in Nottingham for a couple of seasons, and before that she was at Leicester Riders and part of their playoff winning team.
Won a couple of titles with the Wildcats with you.
Won a bunch of titles.
So ball's up, and we're underway in its first possession to Scotland. So it's Lonsdale over to Law. Khalil picks it up and steals it away. Rahana Khalil, such a crafty player on defense, as Traylan drives to the basket and opens up the account for England. Law, shot short. Traylan with the rebound. Khalil, long pass over Silikas. Silikas driving baseline, kicks it out to Khalil. Shots up, and that's good.
Oh, classic Rahana Khalil.
Long two, just a foot on the line. And Rahana Khalil, she's got so much support here from the fans in the crowd. She coaches the under-12 squad. She's played for so many years at such a high level, just a fantastic player, as Scotland open their account, and Williamson with the first 2 points for Scotland.
I can't say enough good things about Rahana. She's such a great role model in the Manchester basketball community. Oh, there we go.
Helen Naylor starts off her day with a three. I wonder how many threes Helen Naylor's made in her entire life.
I used to love being on her team in practice. I'd be like, we're just going to smash it.
Long two is good.
Hey, you've got to get out on guard, Josh. This is a quality player.
So Williamson with a quick 4 points for Scotland. Silakas to Khalil. Working against Law, into Traylin. Traylin turns, fires, doesn't get that one to go. Ball's tipped, she gets her own rebound and hands it off to Naylor, who had space there. Looked like she thought about the shot.
Oh, she had more than enough Helen Naylor space.
Silakas to the hoop, doesn't get that to fall. I like that Helen Naylor space. Williamson going inside. Tough move. I think Naylor got a hand on that. As Khalil comes down the court, driving to the hoop. That one won't go, and it's picked up by Lonsdale. Williamson over to Law. Law lines up the three. Not that time, picked up by Naylor, over to Khalil. Naylor steps into the three, rolls out. And some good boxing out there from Scotland.
Yeah. Tony Carville with a rebound.
Williamson controlling it for Scotland. Round to Law. And ball's out of bounds. That's going to go with England. A 3-point lead for England here. Khalil, Silakas, three's up, bounces out.
So it's not just National League teammates I've got here. I did play local league.
Oh, really?
Once for Stockport Lapwings, and Karen Silakas was my teammate on that one.
Was that a couple of years ago?
Yeah.
Was that when I played against you?
Yeah, sorry, it's like one time we played against each other. I'd taken a couple of months off and thought I'd better get back into it with a local league game, and then ended up playing a WBBL double-header straight afterwards. Took about 6 months off basketball and came back to 3 games in 3 days.
That's the way to do it. I mean, if you're going to do it, go all in, Hannah.
Cool.
Lonsdale, 2 seconds on the shot clock, put something up and get the whistle. Foul's going to be called, I think, on, is that on Karen Silakas? Having a bit of a chat with Gavin Williams. So Scotland ball from the end line. Fresh 14. Khalil grabs the rebound. Intercepted by Law. Gets it back with Scotland.
Oh, great find by Law there.
And three rolls out. Ellen Naylor gets a little smack on the head. That'll be a foul call. And as Roseanne Barr says, yep, that's on me. As a substitution for England, Ula Kostka checking it into the game. Rahana Khalil will head to the bench. Ula playing for the Tees Valley Mohawks. She was part of the GB Masters tournament in Norwich last year. And this England, the England, Scotland and Wales teams that we'll see today, they'll have an eye on the GB Masters. As Karen Silakas drives to the basket, finishes through contact and makes a tough shot look easy.
She's very, very crafty.
So all teams will be looking with an eye on the GB squad that will be heading over to the European Maxi Basketball Championship in Italy this June. And we'll see some of the England players. They've got their Welsh teammates that'll be playing tomorrow. Long two doesn't go for Cornelius. Naylor inside to Traylon. Back to Cornelius. Gets it that time.
England here attempting a bit of a press, try and disrupt Scotland.
So substitution for Scotland. Louise McInnes into the game for the first time.
If anyone in the comments knows when the last time England played Scotland in a senior women's fixture, please let me know, because I cannot think of it.
That must have been a while ago.
Yeah.
And McInnes into the game, knocks down the shot. A spark off the bench. Silikas driving. Great pass there. As Naylor steps in. Shot won't fall, and McInnes with the rebound. McInnes long pass over to Barr. Two won't fall. Rebound Naylor. Koska over to Naylor. Back to Koska. She's got space there. Puts up the three. Doesn't get that to fall, but Scotland getting a bit lucky there. You've got to get out to Koska if she's gonna have that much space.
And there's a lot of great shooters on the floor today for both teams.
There is. McInnes, three's up. Not that time. Trelan with the rebound. Over to Naylor. Naylor with a spin. Going baseline, hands it into Trelan. No look, over to Silkas. Shot won't go, but rebounded and put back in. Koska, right place, right time, underneath the hoop.
That was a great follow-up there.
McInnes. Three is good. Nothing but net.
Well, the backboard too. That was nice.
That was a lot
of that.
Yeah. Sometimes things just come out. Yeah. So we'll have a timeout called. 2:53 to play, and it's a 13-9 England lead over Scotland. Leading the way, scoring-wise, is Gillian Williamson with Louise McInnes with 5 points. Gillian Williamson has 4 for Scotland. And for England, really spreading the scoring around. Everyone having been on the court, having got onto the scoreboard.
Yep. Yeah, there's an awful lot of twos there. I thought we'd see a couple more threes from this England team, but...
And they've had those looks, haven't they?
They have had those looks, and Scotland are going to have to start contesting them because they're going to start dropping.
Because, I mean, I just look like Helen Naylor, Rahana Khalil, Karen Silikas. That's just, you know, threes raining down every time you see them step out onto the court. So teams coming back out on court. We've got Georgina Busquets into the game for England for the first time. So it will be England ball. They are up 4, under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. And coming up after this game, you can catch the Scotland men against the England men right here on the Basketball England YouTube channel.
So I think I can tell you the last time Scotland men played England men in a senior fixture, and Scotland came out on top at the Gold Coast Commonwealth Games in 2018.
Oh, wow.
I don't think they've played each other in a senior fixture since then. 5-on-5, 3-on-3.
Yeah.
I'm just disregarding 3-on-3 at this point.
Yeah, no, we were talking 5-on-5. Yeah. Koska to Naylor. Turnover, England, Scotland get the ball back, and it's Law to Hood. And Carville knocking it down from behind the arc.
So please.
Or was that a long two?
Was it another long?
It was another long two.
There's going to be a lot of long twos here.
Naylor setting things up. Get the ball back. That was a long two. That one doesn't drop. Chased down, knocked out of bounds. last touch Scotland, so it's going to stay with England as Rahana Khalil back into the game. And Laura Cornelius to the bench. Busquets finding a way to the basket, passes out to Khalil. Naylor got time to set up, drives inside, scoop layup, doesn't go, gets the whistle. And Naylor looked like she had space there for the shot.
Yeah, I think she's second-guessed a couple of these shots and decided to go to the basket or to pull up, when really, even if she misses a couple, the next 4 or 5 or 6 are probably going to drop.
I mean, she's Helen Naylor.
Yeah.
That's what she does.
I'm not this nice to her face, by the way.
So one of your ex-teammates played with the Sheffield Hatters in the WBBL previously, also played a season for the Manchester Mystics during the 2020-21 season.
Yeah, she literally came back from having her daughter and played the second half of the season with us. So it's great to have her as a teammate.
And that's it. It was just so impressive to watch her all season long, just playing at such a high level, playing so hard, and then, you know, running off at half-time, being a mum, doing mum things, and then just coming right back out on court and knocking down threes.
Played games with her where she's been breastfeeding at half-time, and you just think, you know, what a great role model for you to, as a female athlete, to go have a kid and then come back and play at a great level.
Absolutely. She's just been absolutely fantastic. And I know Georgia Anderson's spoken that, you know, speaking with players like Helen has made her comfortable in being able to return to the game after giving birth as well.
Adding Joe Leedham, we have had some great.
We've had Ashley Arlen in the league.
Sorry, I completely forgot that one.
You don't talk to her much, that's fine. Oh, what a pass inside. Back out. And Busquets picks it up, gets it over to Trelan. Naylor, Khalil's there, thought about the shot, driving in, stepping through and comes up against 2 defenders, but fighting for the ball, and it's Law that comes up with the rebound. And Williamson gets the whistle on that play. So she's going to go to the line for 2. That's a foul on Khalil. That'll be Khalil's first. And second team foul for England. As Nedza into the game for England. And Gillian Williamson, she was with the, well, she is with the Sony Centre Falkirk Fury this season. Previously, 3 seasons in the WBBL. We mentioned it before, playing with the Nottingham Wildcats.
A couple of seasons before that with the Leicester, well, the Loughborough Riders as they were then.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so old. I could be on this team. Sorry, ladies.
So a 2-point England lead, 14 seconds in the first. Naylor into Trelan. Trelan working, backing down a defender. Williamson comes up with the ball, 1 second to go. Law's going to have to pass it. It's not going to get up in time. And at the end of the first, it'll be a 2-point England lead over Scotland. And a close first quarter there, Hannah. That's maybe a closer game than some people might have been expecting to start things off.
Super close, and I think after the first couple of minutes, it wasn't really what I was expecting, but Scotland have done a fantastic job coming back. They've really tried to limit England's chances. England, haven't really picked up the pace. This is exciting. This is a really exciting game.
It's great, isn't it? And it's also, so Coach Steve Butler has talked about using this as, you know, this is preparation as well for going out to Italy for the Maxi Basketball Championship, and it's a time as well where he's going to be able to try out some rotations. He's got players that will be in the GB squad that are actually playing on the Wales team as well, so he's not playing with his full GB team essentially. So that's going to be interesting to see how they play against teammates like we've seen before. For
sure, and we've also got people like Millie Watkins sitting on the bench for England, who is injured unfortunately and not playing today, but she's a WBBL OG with the Sevenoaks Suns. Also an excellent roommate at a 3-on-3 tournament. Just if anybody else was going to play with her, can highly recommend. That's a good recommendation. Yeah. And it was with the Brent Bulls this season in Division 1, so still playing at a high level.
And I always think it's fantastic as well when you see players like that have played in the WBBL still continuing to play in the WNBL if it's Division 1, Division 2, because there's so many young players that come through and so many players that can just learn so much. That experience is so valuable, isn't it?
Again, it's just that sharing of knowledge that there's so much out there that is so valuable. And for you to have a couple of vets on your team to help bring those young players through, maybe to teach them, not some dirty tricks, but to teach them, teach them to be a bit more competitive. Yeah, it's really, really important.
And we see it a lot with Rahana Khalil on the Division 1 Mystic squad. That they were a very young team this year, but with players like herself, Hannah Alty, Nat Furtado on that team as the vets, you could see the team grow and learn throughout the season.
Yeah, the importance of having, well, the wealth of knowledge that Rahana brings to that team, it is exceptional. And it's just so helpful for those junior players and for the coaching staff to know that you've got essentially another coach on court.
Exactly, yeah.
And another coach that you trust.
So back underway, it's Scotland ball. Hood hands it off to McInnes. Knocked out there by Khalil. And Khalil, we talk about her as a scorer, but she's such a tenacious defender, isn't she? And she takes so many charges that make me just wince when I see them.
England have really stepped their defence up here. They're not letting Scotland have any easy looks.
A shot clock violation, forcing Scotland into the turnover. So England with a chance to increase the lead here. Silakas setting things up. Over to Khalil. Picked up by Silakas. And drive inside from Nedza. Foul was on the shot, so that puts her at the foul line. And Zanetta Nedza playing for the Bristol Storm. She's been shooting 92.3% from the line so far this season for the Storm. Ooh. And that's my fault entirely. Sorry.
Well, she's not shooting that for England, is she?
She's been averaging 13.6 points per game for the Storm. Second one doesn't drop. McInnes over to Hood. Hood runs into traffic, needs some help, needs to hand it off. Pass is tipped almost into the hands of McInnes, but it's out of bounds, so it goes back with England.
McInnes came in off the bench and hit a couple of really much-needed baskets for Scotland. If I were them, I'd be looking at trying to get her the ball a bit more, try and run something for her.
She did, yeah, definitely. It was a real impact just as soon as she came off the bench. And fouls on Scotland, fouls on Silakas. Well, sorry, Silakas is fouled. It's been a long day. I feel like this is our fourth game of today. Apologies for getting tongue-tied. Second foul on Bar as Silakas hits the free throw. And Silakas part of that National Cup winning Stockport Lapwings team in Division 2 along with Rahana Khalil. That's just such a great game to watch. I like to re-watch that every so often.
Oh yeah, if you've got a spare couple of hours, go and re-watch that game here at the Performance Centre. I think I cried, I was in the stands. So
it was just incredible though.
It was amazing. A Division 2 team knocking out everybody to make it to the final, and then beating a Division 1 team
in overtime after they were down 10 in the fourth quarter. We've just ruined the end if nobody's seen that game before.
It's well worth a watch though.
Trelane inside, comes up against Lonsdale, fighting for the ball, and it's a jump ball call. So ball stays with England. Khalil. Trelane. Shots up, that's short. And ball all over the place, but it's England that finally come away with it as Khalil passes over to Cornelius, but stolen back by Scotland. A bit of a frantic few possessions there.
Yeah, each team now looking to maybe try and calm it down a little bit. Try and move the ball, get a good look.
Oh, just like that.
Perfect pass. Sorry, I can't call her Williamson. It's throwing me off.
It doesn't seem.
Sorry. And Williamson just missing the layup there, but a really, really good offense from Scotland there.
Scotland will have a timeout before the free throws. So 7:37 to play here, 16-12. England lead over Scotland, but when we come back, it will be free throws for Scotland to cut into this lead. And leading the way for Scotland, it is Williamson and McInnes with 5 points each. And for England, Silikas and Naylor are on 4. And coming up after this game at 6 o'clock, we have the Scotland men against the England men. We can see them warming up over on the side court over there. And again, lots of names that people are going to be very familiar with. The England squad in particular as well, players still playing in Division 1. Orlan Jackman playing, which, like, what a name.
These guys want to be careful. They're spending a lot of time warming up. They might be too tired come game time. And then if we look at the Scotland team, then we've got head coach of the Caledonia Gladiators in the the British Basketball League, as the player coach of the Scotland 35+ men as well. Seems like he can do everything. And I'm sure he's going to remember the last time Scotland played England in a senior men's fixture.
We could check with him as well. We could just see if it jogs his
We'll
memory.
make sure he's the interviewee.
So teams back out on court. It is Williamson for 2 shots at the foul line. And the first one is good. Takes us to 6 points in the game.
She's such a solid player. Always makes really smart plays. So strong, can take the contact and finish. There's nothing super flashy about her. She just gets stuff done.
Just really effective.
Yeah, really efficient as well.
Silikas. Naylor looking to swing the ball around, and just like that, Williamson getting a hand on it, knocking the ball out of bounds. 4.1 seconds on the shot clock. Ned's shot doesn't fall. And a bit of a miscommunication on that pass as well. Goes back the way with England. Silikas going for the screen. Khalil. Pass inside, back out again. Silikas lights it up and knocks it down.
That was a nice dish as well there.
Really great pass underneath the basket from Nedza. Lonsdale over to Williamson. Law keeps it inside. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Scotland need to put something up. Law with a deep 3. Nets it.
Very deep.
She hit that all the way from Scotland.
Player coach for the Lady Rocks.
She spent a lot of time with the Lady Rocks. Yeah. And yeah, very, very well-known, very accomplished player. As Lonsdale drives to the basket, doesn't get that one to fall. It's picked up by Khalil. Has Naylor up ahead. Swings it round. Shot doesn't fall. It's tipped out by Naylor. Khalil resets. Nedza out to Silikas. And Silikas with the running floater. That one doesn't go. Looked like it was about to drop in, but popped out.
Still a really close 2-point game here as well. neither team able to make any kind of run.
Yeah, it's been back and forth, hasn't it? 3 won't go for Lonsdale. Ball's out, last touch with Scotland. Balls with England. Substitution. Ellen Trelane back into the game along with Ula Kostka. And Scotland with a pretty short bench today compared to England's. Not much space for substitutions with a really short...
Not much space for foul trouble either.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be concerned about.
Cornelius into Trelane. And she gets the whistle.
Trelane doing a really good job getting that position inside. And then the perimeter players are doing a good job looking to get her the ball to really exploit that.
Because, you know, if you can get that pass inside, she's a player that she's got that spin move. She can go left, she can go right. And she's really going to make you pay when she gets the ball down low. She was MVP of the National Cup with the Thames Valley Cavaliers when they won it last season. Hits the second free throw. We've been averaging a double-double in the WNBL this season in Division 1.
She's playing WNBL next year as well, do we know?
I don't know, she hasn't said, but I would like her to, so yes. Let's, I've said it now, she can't be like, I'm not going to.
We'll find out.
Seeing players like her and Kat Goldsby and Faith Okwosu when she was on the team, just you know, players that are so experienced and just really fun and exciting to watch. I always think that Thames Valley team's a really fast-paced, exciting team.
The quality of NBL 1 is super.
It really is. Our shot does drop there for Carville. 3-point England lead. 4.5 to play here in the first half. Rebounds picked up by Trelane, gets her own rebound and puts it back in. And that's what she does so well, those offensive rebounds, and puts it back.
Surrounded by 4 Scottish players as well. She still managed to grab her own board and get it back up again.
She averages 6.3 offensive rebounds in WNBL Division 1. As a foul's called against Kostka. Law over to Hood. McInnes working inside, turns, fires, won't go. Naylor hands it off to Silkas. Looks to pass it out. Cornelius, shots off the rim. We're going to settle things down and set it up for Scotland.
Oh, England have got themselves into a zone here.
And a deep three from McInnes. Silikas passes out. Kostka, not that time, but rebounded inside. It knocked out of bounds, going to go with Scotland. Silikas will head to the bench and we'll see Georgina Busquets back in for England. Lonsdale round to Hood. Law puts up the 3, spins out. Hood with the rebound. Great chase down.
It didn't drop, but someone needs to get a hand in Law's face. She's shown you she can shoot that, she can hit it.
No, she hit that really deep one earlier on. So yeah, you like Helen Naylor on England. You don't want to be leaving these players open. We know they both have teams that can hit the 3.
Oh, definitely. We've got Baird back in. Williamson back in for Scotland.
And Hood hits the first free throw. She's represented Scotland at the European Championships, played for the Lady Rocks. And with the Gladiators currently, goes 2 of 2 from the line. And it's a 3-point game. Cornelius over to Koska. Koska inside, runs into traffic, manages to pick up the ball and keep it with England as Cornelius' 3 doesn't drop. McInnes is there for the rebound. McInnes, back to Law. Williamson, long 2, that's short. And McInnes with another rebound. She's been doing a great job on the boards for Scotland. As Trelan steals it away, Naylor, no look, over to Koska, gets it back to Naylor, and just rolls out. I really enjoy Helen Naylor's no-look passes.
Me too, when I'm ready for him.
Just to be always on alert when she's on the court.
Constantly hands up.
McInnes for 3, bounces out. Koska. Busquets' shot doesn't drop. Again, another rebound for McInnes. Law setting it up for Scotland. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Carville's shot won't drop. And back with England with less than a minute to go here in the first half. Busquets. Not that time. Trellin fighting hard underneath the basket, gets the rebound, gets another offensive rebound, and that's going to put her back at the foul line.
She's just in a sea of blue bodies there, and still managed to get her own rebound and get back up.
She is such a tough player. So substitution for England, Rahana Khalil back into the game along with Karen Silikas. And that foul for Scotland, foul was on Nadell Law. 4th team foul for Scotland. So Trelan at the line. She's got 5 points in the game so far. Shot 62.8% from the line for Thames Valley this season in Division 1. Makes a second. Four-point lead for England. Law. McInnes turns, fires, blocked by Trelan. And out of bounds. Back in with Scotland. Law.
Oh,
into
great
Carville.
positioning there by Carville. Great positioning, great find by Law, and then a nice finish as well.
Carville's got 4 points. Khalil. 10 seconds in the half. Khalil over to Trelan. Naylor's there, tipped by McInnes. Picked back up, out to Khalil. Khalil puts up the shot and won't go at the buzzer. But at the end of the first half, it is England with a 2-point lead over Scotland, 23-21. This has been a very back and forth game.
Oh, definitely. And as I said before, no one's getting a run. Everything is being stopped. No one's getting out, getting those multiple scores in a row to really kind of kill the other team off.
Yeah.
But it's just not happening.
Yeah, which is, it makes for an exciting game, doesn't it? Because it's just neck and neck. So leading the way in scoring is Karen Silikas with 7 points for England and Gillian Williamson with 7 points for Scotland. So we are going to head courtside with Isha Naya. She has got Gareth Murray, player and head coach of the Scotland men's team.
I hope she asks them about that game.
And we are just going to go over to Isha. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, Kaz. I'm here with Gareth Murray, who's actually the head coach of Scotland over 35 and also playing for Scotland over 35. So, Gareth, what are your thoughts ahead of today's event, considering you're both playing and coaching?
Yeah, it's something I've done before in the professional game a few years ago, but it's my first time playing since retiring in the Commonwealth Games 2022, so it's a good event. I know some of the guys are playing for the GB Maxi stuff and doing that as well, so some of these guys are a little bit experienced with this as well, so it's exciting getting to continue playing basketball.
Yeah, so you're head coach Caledonia Gladiators. How is it going to be different today coaching the team, considering you're going to be playing on the court in comparison to when you're just on the sideline directing everyone?
Yeah, most of these guys, I know these guys growing up, and these guys are people I've played with for many years, so it's nothing about being the coach or nothing like that. It's about us having fun today, about enjoying the moment, enjoying playing with each other again. Some of these guys play for their club teams together, so everyone's familiar with each other, so it'll be fun on the sideline doing a little bit of coaching, but playing majority of the time.
Yeah, so you've both played and coached at really high levels and still continue to do so. Why do you think it's important that that GB Maxi Basketball have the platform to hold events like these to let people carry on playing at a high standard?
I think it's just trying to keep everybody engaged in basketball. We always talk about trying to bring the grassroots, the younger generation, but it's about keeping those other people as well that played different types of levels, but keep them ingrained in the basketball and keep everybody enjoying basketball for a different, still playing, still watching, still coaching, whatever. Just keeping people engaged in basketball. I think that's the main key for the message that everyone wants to push.
All right, thanks, Gareth, and good luck in your games this weekend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Isha. Isha with Gareth Murray there. His game will be coming up at 6 o'clock on the Basketball England YouTube channel as they take on England men. So we're just going to take a quick break for half time. We'll be back with you in around 5 minutes' time.
Lead the way. This is the tango. You got it.
Right, I've just grabbed out Orlan Jackman here. So Orlan, today you're playing for GB England over 35s. Previously, you played for Commonwealth 3x3 Commonwealth Gold. How different is it coming into a tournament like this, playing games with people who are over 35 in comparison to playing at the Commonwealth Games?
So at the Commonwealth Games, we had the best of the best at no matter what your age is, and a different variant of the game, the 3x3 version. Now we're back at the 5-on-5. I'm comfortable with the 5-on-5, and I'm still playing along with a few of my teammates, and we're just looking forward to building and becoming better collectively.
So taking away the different aspects of 5-on-5, 3-on-3, in terms of preparation for the game, is it different preparation considering they're different types of competition?
Nah, the preparation is to always wanting to win. So we're preparing each game to beat our opponent, whoever it may be. Today Scotland, tomorrow will be Wales. Our preparation is always going to be stop them from scoring comfortably while we create comfortable and easy scores for ourselves.
Why do you think it's important that they have outlets like this tournament, GB over 35s, 40 plus, 50, things like that? Why do you think it's important that they have them for them older age groups as well as just the senior ones?
Because the fun don't stop once you get over 35 or over 40 or over 50. Basketball's a game you could play forever and at a high level too. So this is what we're trying to show people, that no matter who you're from, or no matter who you are, where you're from, what level you've played at, once you've hit a certain age, the game's not over. Carry on playing.
All right, thanks for taking time to speak to me, and good luck in your games this weekend.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Welcome back in to the National Basketball Performance Centre as we get ready for the second half of the Tri-Nations tournament between Scotland and England women. England women with a 2-point lead coming into the third quarter, 23-21 over Scotland. And it's been, as we just mentioned before, Hannah, in the first half, it's not really been there's not been many runs in the game. It's just been back and forth between the two teams.
Yeah, it's definitely been a close competition. No one is pulling away, and we're seeing some nice basketball.
We are. We've seen some threes dropping in. We've seen some good moves under the basket. Yeah. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We've seen.
This is what we're here for now.
Exactly. We've had the Under-14s Tri-Nations tournament earlier today and this afternoon, and that'll be starting back up again tomorrow for the second day of action, starting at 9 o'clock here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. And you can catch all the games live on the Basketball England YouTube channel, or come down if you're in Manchester. Come on down to the Performance Centre. You know, it's on the doorstep of the city centre if you're there. Get your tickets on the door and come down and enjoy some of the fantastic talent that we've got out on display on the courts today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
So to get things started, it will be Scotland ball as we start the third quarter, and they have a chance to tie or take the lead here with this possession. Down 2 as it's Williamson. Picked off there by Trelan and Silikas for England. Cornelius hands it off to Silikas. Silukas trying to find a way through to the basket, gets the foul on the floor.
I'm not sure she can complain about the foul there. She tried to go through 2 people. You can't go through a space that's not there. Oh, got it back. I'm not sure what happened there.
Khalil driving to the basket, gets that to drop, and that was a tough move from Rahana Khalil. Takes Khalil to 4, leads up to 4 for England. Lonsdale. Silukas. Nearly stolen away by Khalil, ball's loose. Got to chase it down. I think Khalil was expecting the kick ball call. Didn't come, so ball's out of bounds, and it's England ball, so that's why Khalil kind of left it to roll out. Silukas to Naylor. Naylor. Silukas with a floater. Doesn't get that to fall. That's a move you'll see Karen Silukas do a lot, that running bank jump shot. As she jumps in there, grabs the ball, forces the jump ball.
It's getting a bit feisty now, isn't it?
This is what happens when you don't have 1 second extra on a jump ball. Khalil into Naylor. Into Trelan.
Oh, great kick out.
Cornelius' shot doesn't go. But Trelan has such a great, she's got a really good passer as well, passing inside passes out to her teammates. It's Williamson for Scotland. Scotland looking to cut into this 4-point lead. Williamson gets it back inside doubled. Barr. Law's there. Short pull up from the foul line, too strong. Rebound Trelan, and Law jumps in. So Scotland's ball.
I thought that was a 24.
I think that's what Trelan was saying. Cornelius into Naylor. Silukas driving to the basket. Shot doesn't go. It's picked up by Trelan. Khalil swings it round. Cornelius with the short 2. Williamson over to Law. Law nearly has it knocked away by Khalil. That's Rahana Khalil in her pesky defense. As Barr's short jumper doesn't fall.
Helen Naylor running the break. Pulling up for 3.
Carville's going to hand it off to Law. Foul called off the ball inside. And that'll be on Karen Silukas. That's her second. First team foul for England this quarter. Barr gets the whistle. And a sideline ball for Scotland. End line ball.
It's got a bit scrappy now, doesn't it?
It has, hasn't it? After out of half time, it's been.
I enjoyed it. Great look. there for Scotland.
Khalil to Naylor. Oh, and over to Trelan. Loses it inside. Picked up by Williamson. Lonsdale lines up the three. No good, and Trelan just fighting for the rebound. And Naylor with a
very vintage reverse.
Williamson turns, fires. Not that time. Naylor to Khalil. Khalil, short shot from the baseline, won't fall. And just got a collision, I think, on the floor. As we've got a substitution, Louise McInnes coming back in for Scotland. I think it was Tony Carville that hit the deck. Looks like she's doing okay.
I think they spend a bit of extra time on the floor at this age group.
Just good to have a bit of a breather, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a smart choice.
So Lucas into Naylor. Naylor turns and fires. Gets that one to go. And how many times have we seen Helen Naylor do that through the course of her career?
Now we've got going. Get the ball into Naylor.
Takes Naylor up to 8, leading all scorers. McInnes into Carville. Barr with space.
Oh, it's tough. Oh, great rebound there by Williamson.
And draws the foul. I feel like we heard the contact from here.
Really good positioning from her, being able to keep trailing off the ball, grab it and be able to go straight back up again, and drawing the foul.
Hayley Hood back into the game for Scotland. So Williamson at the line for 2. Just pops out. Second doesn't drop. Ball's over to Silkas. Cornelius can't get that to go. And Scotland with a chance to go into this. England having extended the lead to 10 here in the third quarter. And a deep 3 from McInnes. It's blocked by Trelan. Ball's back with Scotland. And McInnes driving. Runs into a wall of England players. And Naylor gets the whistle on that shot. So Helen Naylor at the foul line.
Gets the contact and then manages to throw the ball up just as it's happening so that you can get to the line. It's smart. She wasn't taking a shot, but she took the contact and then got the shot up.
And that's a real experienced move, isn't it? You're going to see that because you've gone through so many years. She's gone through so many leagues.
No, I take it back. They've called it on the floor.
Oh, it looked
That's what she was trying to do.
It looked like well, she went to the foul line. She was like, I want to shoot these free throws. So England ball from the sideline. Hula Kostka back into the game. And 3 rolls out. Cornelius with the rebound. Silikas drive into the basket.
Silikas spending a lot of time on the floor in this game.
She does generally in the team. She just throws herself after the ball. She sees the ball and she's like, I want that. Yeah. Playing for Mabel for the Stockport Lapwings. And playing for the Division 2 Stockport Lapwings. In fact, she has a Mabel final tomorrow, and I believe, or if they're in the final, she's going to only play half the game because she's got to come and play a game here. So she's going to run between Wally Range and here and just keep playing basketball.
What, 11 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Without traffic?
That's She could just play a bit of a quarter, come back. Yeah. Williamson, long pass over to McInnes. Williamson in the corner.
Oh, great ball movement there by Scotland. We've got Barr making that really quick reverse over to Williamson.
Tips. Back to Nedza, over to Naylor. Naylor driving to the basket, that's too strong. Good defense there from Scotland. McKinn's long pass to Lonsdale. And Lonsdale goes baseline, can't get that shot to go. And fouls called on Scotland.
Well, here's a second on Lonsdale. And she's heading to the bench.
And Nadal Law back in for Scotland. It's strange not having like a, you know, Scotland Lions or something like. I want to say the Scotland.
Really I want a team name, don't you?
I want a theme. But I understand that's how we work with national teams. So a timeout here in the third. We've got 3:25 to play. England with a 33-21 lead, and Helen Naylor leading all scorers with 8 points. And Dillian Williamson with 7 for Scotland. So coming up after this game at 6 o'clock, we've got the England men against the Scottish men. We can see them warming up over on the second court. We've got player coach Gareth Murray over there for Scotland. Olin Jackman, Sam Teluasi playing for England. And it's sure to be a good matchup between those two teams.
There is.
Especially if we remind them what happened last time.
Yeah, I don't think Gareth's going to forget, but I'm not sure any of the other guys on the England team were there. So, sorry, no, Orlan was.
Yeah.
Maybe we won't remind him.
We can see how the game's going, and at half-time we can maybe drop it into one of their team huddles.
It's going to go one of two ways. In extremes.
So back out on court, 3:23 to play here in the third quarter. England ball, they've managed to increase their lead here in the third, pulling away a little bit from Scotland. As Nedza looks for some space inside. Gets that to go. That was a really interesting shot. Interesting is the right word. And Law with a deep three. Not that time. And Naylor, her shot rolls out. As Barr over to McInnes. Law gets it back, 6 seconds. McInnes, 4 seconds. Scotland need to put something up here as Barr passes to Law, and time is running down. That will be after the shot clock. And a 24-second violation on Scotland. And there was a few looks there, a few chances that Scotland could have had to take the shot, maybe one pass too many.
Yeah, and I think the zone's throwing them off a little bit. Is this the right shot? Should we make an extra pass? Is there somebody else who's going to be more open? But no, down 14, got to take your chances.
Busquets. Moves it round, Cornelius. Over to Kostka. Oh, in and out for Nedza. And you see that Scotland had a bit of a defensive wall as at the top of the key, as England were trying to move round, so having to pass around the outside. And Williamson, right place, right time, underneath the basket.
Great job cutting in there to get that, managing to stop the run of England scores. Albeit only for a couple of seconds.
And that foul's going to send Helen Naylor to the line. And Helen Naylor was up here just about a month ago with the Division 2 Sheffield Hatters team, winning the playoffs. With them, was named the Division 2 Pool 1 Player of the Year. Had 41 points earlier in the season in Division 2. And then 31, then 21.
Probably in about 19 minutes as well.
She likes to score, and she's very good at it.
She is very good at it.
Williamson, oh, great pass.
Oh, wonderful basketball. Way to exploit the zones, get people moving, to get people keep cutting, pull the defenders out of the way, and get that easy basket at the end.
McInnes picks it up. She's been a real spark off the bench for Scotland. Coming into the end, Williamson. What a pass there from McInnes to Williamson.
Down to a 9-point game.
And that's what you need to do if you're Scotland, isn't it? Just chip into the lead. You know, you take it possession by possession, get it to a 10-point game, and then England just answering, increasing the lead there up to up to 11 as Helen Naylor is going to take a seat and Ellen Trelen back in for England. Law round to McInnes. Williamson gets it back. Pass inside to Barr. And great finish from Hood.
Scotland are doing a great job really to exploit this zone, to get the ball into the middle to really pull defenders out of where they should, out of position.
They've been moving the ball around really well the last few minutes, taking their time with those looks as well, getting a good look, like you say, inside.
Yeah, they're having really good patience, looking for the right opportunity, the right pass. Maybe not that one.
As Law's pass is intercepted, and at the end of the third quarter, it is a 9-point lead for England, 38-29. It was a 2-point lead at half-time. England pulling away a little bit there in the third, but just towards the end of that quarter, Scotland, you know, not letting them get too far ahead.
No, I think they wanted to stem the flow. It would have gotten away from them a little bit now, and now we still have a 9-point game. There's all to play for in this fourth quarter.
Exactly.
We have had a comment on YouTube from 221B Sam. He wants to say, person with the drum is working very hard. Yes, they are. In fact, there's 2 of them, and they're on either side of us. So if they are coming through, then that is fantastic. The support here over on Saturday has been great. It has been exceptionally noisy, and that is what we like. We like a loud environment.
It has. I mean, I can barely hear you some of the time, and I'm sat right next to you. It's been fantastic, and it's great to see the travelling support as well. Players, friends, family, fans from England, around England, Scotland, Wales, and that's a great show, isn't it, of what happens when we bring teams like this together, bring the national teams together in one place, and the support from the local clubs to come together and support the national teams.
Yeah, any chance, you know, we can have exciting or high caliber basketball. It's just a fantastic show. It's always nice. It's in Manchester as well. It's
great, isn't it? And it's a really great venue we've got here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. If you want to come down and see it in person, you can grab tickets on the door. Come down to the games tomorrow. We've got 10 games. 10 games on tomorrow across the 2 courts. First game starts at 9 and the last game is at 6, so make a day of it. You don't need the sun. Come and stay inside and enjoy the basketball.
Speaking of the Performance Centre, though, shout out to sponsor Dynamic, who are the best sports flooring in the game.
They make very nice floors.
They do make very nice floors. Sometimes they put these other weird lines on there, and I just don't understand why.
Just a random line?
Just random lines. Oh. Like a, you know, ones with thirds and then all the 3-point lines. It's very strange.
Oh.
I don't know what sport that is, though.
An offensive foul call to start things off on Scotland here in the third.
It's nice to see everyone's competitive edge is still there. Williamson's absolutely raging about that. That is her 4th as well. Oh no, it wasn't Williamson. Right. I thought it was on McInnes, but Williamson was raging for
She
her.
was not happy. Carville working against Khalil. Carville out to Law. Law, 3's up, too strong. And Trelane tried to save that in for England, but it didn't quite get there in time, so it's going to stay Scotland ball.
I would not be leaving Law open on the 3-point line. Why are you helping from the strong side? We saw that in under 14s today. I expect more over 35s.
Williamson kicks it out to Hood. That 3 won't go. Both teams were hitting from behind the arc earlier on in the game. Maybe it hadn't hit as many in the second half.
Maybe it's a bit of tiredness coming.
Especially Scotland, we see how short their roster is today. And Silikas gets that to go. I think Karen looks like she has the most casual shot. She's just running. I'm just going to fling this here.
It's very annoying because you're like, oh, why would you shoot that? Oh, it went in. Great.
Carville lays it in at the other end. And that takes her up to 6. 9-point England lead. Busquets, Trelane, baseline, and she's blocked by Carville. Saved in though, so stays with England. As Silikas passes out of trouble. And with the time running down, Scotland able to come away with it and deny England a score. As ball's loose, Williamson and Khalil trying to chase that one down. It's going to stay Scotland ball. McInnes. Williamson driving baseline, finds space, too strong. Trelane with the rebound, and she does a really good job tipping the ball to herself, doesn't she? Either to her teammates, but just controlling it well underneath the basket.
And sometimes it's hard to get 2 hands and control it, but if you can just tip it a couple of extra inches to yourself.
And Naylor fighting underneath the hoop. Carville gets a hand on it, and it will be a jump ball called. England possession. So a 9-point England lead, 7:25 to play here in the 4th quarter. First games of the tournament for both teams. Khalil inside, that's too strong off the glass.
Oh.
Lonsdale into McInnes. It's stripped by Silikas, who keeps the ball alive as she slips on the floor. And Naylor, 3 pops in and out. And again, Scotland with a chance to cut into this lead here. They've been able to get some stops, but just not able to convert.
Oh, but not really crashing the glass afterwards, though. The ball was able to bounce then before anybody got to it.
And Trelane with an easy 2.
Timeout Scotland.
His coach, Drew Grimsley, wants to talk it over with his team. And England just extending that lead a little bit. If you're Scotland here, you've got to be pleased that you get the stops. But when you do get those stops, especially against a team as strong as England, you want to be able to get the points at the other end.
Yeah. It's about multiple stops at this point. Can you stop them once? Can you stop them twice? Can you stop them 3 times in a row? And see if you can build a little bit of momentum there and try and convert on the other end.
And we saw they had that success when they were moving that ball around. They were finding those open spaces, kick it out to the shooter or pass it back inside when Williamson especially.
Did a fantastic job playing against when England had their zone on, really cutting into the middle.
Yep.
Moving the defenders and then making sure they ask for the ball in the right place.
So we'll look to see if they look to try and do a bit more of that here in the last 6:38 of the fourth quarter. And this England team with a lot of members that will be on that GB team heading over to Italy for the Maxi Basketball Championships just later this month. Law to McInnes. So he had a nice...
Oh, she was passing to us. Sub me in.
McInnes had that nice little run off the bench when she first came into the game. A real impact player off the bench as Law behind the back against Silicas, turns, puts it up.
Ooh, lovely basket there.
Doing a bit of everything
Great
to get to the
job by
hoop.
Law. Little fundamental scoop behind the back, spin move. Nice little pull-up midi.
As Naylor, her shot's too strong, gets her own rebound, tips it. Won't drop. And it'll be Scotland ball. And Law, so she is a scorer, and we've seen her score, but she's also talked about how she likes to think of herself as a player that impacts the game in other ways that isn't just scoring, whether it's facilitating, setting up her teammates, making that extra screen, making that extra pass, just what she can to contribute to her team winning.
For sure. It's all about those little things that people do. It's not just about how many points you can score. How many times can you box somebody out or stop them from scoring?
And McInnes there just tips it into Carville's hands, and she'd had a few of those possessions where she's come in, just knocked the ball out of the way of England.
Oh, keep trying to pass to us.
Do you want us to get on court? We could get involved if we, if we need to.
I will play for Scotland there because they're a bit short.
Oh, I think we've lost the ball. Rana Killill's looking for it. It might. It's rolled. I think it's rolled out through the signs to the other end. England up 9. Silicas, long 2, not that time, and it's picked up. Treylin underneath the basket.
No, great fight there by Carville. She didn't get the rebound on the first attempt. Treylin managed to grab it, and she went in. Knees on the floor as well. Forced the jump ball, and now it's Scotland possession.
Those little things that you do to help your team do what they need to do. McInnes runs into 2 England players as Hood puts up the 3, that's too strong. Khalil chases down the rebound. 1-on-2 for Rahana Khalil. And ball's chased down, will stay with England as Helen Naylor trailing there. Keeping up with the play and able to make sure England retain possession. As Naylor turns and gets that shot to drop. And Naylor up to double figures with 11. Hood working against Treylin, looking for some space, trying to go inside Carville. Long, ooh. And McInnes took a hard fall there, but jumps right back up. I think we all felt that at the table.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I think she just caught her when she was in the air, and it. Ooh.
That's the second foul on Khalil, so possession stays with Scotland. Law going baseline, pulls up. Cornelius. As Silikas drive it to the basket. Looked like Scotland got a hand on that one as Cornelius fakes, drives inside. Over to Naylor, who finishes through contact. And Helen Naylor at the foul line.
Law gave her a little hug on that one. It's nice to see them having a little laugh after it, though.
And these are players as well that will have come across each other, you know, through various different teams that they've played on together. You know, they know each other across the age groups.
Yeah, I mean, Naylor and Laura have probably come across each other at the European Championships back when we were competing as home nations. You know, that was a really, really long time ago.
McInnes, short jumper, gets, oh!
Tough, that would have been such a nice roll.
Went everywhere but in. Naylor swings it over to Cornelius, who finishes. And England having stretched out the lead further here in the fourth quarter, up 16, with just over 3 minutes to play. Helen Naylor leading all scorers with 14. As Williamson thought about the shot, looks to find some space, runs into Naylor, and good defense there from Helen Naylor, just essentially standing in the way and forcing the turnover.
It's the best kind of defense. Just be in the way.
Just be there. As Busquets and Nedza back in for England. Cornelius looking to get it down. Treland, 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh, great hands by McInnes.
She's going to have to wait for the team to catch up. Passes over to Williamson.
Oh, lovely finish.
That was a great scoop.
Scoop on the wrong side of her body, over 2 people.
And it all started off again by McInnes just tipping the ball into a steal, grabbing the...
Oh, get a stop here! Get a stop!
Oh, we lost the ball over on the other court. You know, it rolled all the way over there. So Tony Carville having to chase it down, and Scotland possession. Oh, Lonsdale turns and fires a 3. It's too strong, ball's out of bounds. So England will get possession with 2 minutes on the clock. And we've spoken all day long, haven't we, Hannah, about adjustments, and England having adjusted really well in that third quarter, being able to pull away, take a larger lead.
Yeah, I think they've definitely converted a lot more of their chances as well.
And Treylin gets the foul call. It's going to put her at the line. 12 points per game, 12.4 rebounds for the Thames Valley Cavaliers in Division 1 this season.
That is Carville's first foul with 1:41 left to go.
That's impressive.
In the game. I'm in awe.
As Trillin's first won't fall.
I get him before the game sometimes.
You start on -3 fouls.
Yeah.
Second's good for Trillin. That takes us to 9.
Oh, Williamson doing a great job getting position, having the advantage over Cornelius and getting herself to the rim.
And she's just been working non-stop under the basket, hasn't she, all game? And I don't think she's sat today, actually.
I wouldn't sit him. He can play 40 minutes still, it's fine.
McInnes swings it round to Lonsdale.
Lovely pass.
And a blocking foul called on England. That's on Kostka.
I thought McInnes was going to pull it from 3 then. She had the space, she had the time.
And she's hit one already.
Yeah.
So third, a foul on Kostka. McInnes, she's playing for St Mirren this season, St Mirren Saints. And second one's good. She's been a real impact player off the bench. As she's calling for a sub.
I think she's rolled her ankle.
Nedza over to Kostka. Kostka. And 3 won't go. Ball's out of bounds. So yeah, McInnes looks like she's hobbling a little bit. I think it might have just been on that last fall underneath the basket. She's going to take a seat.
She's going to be looked at by former Manchester Giants physio, Ed.
I think he's been drafted in at a last minute, and he's always does a brilliant job, doesn't he? He's always on the sidelines. You see him at so many events in Manchester, just does a fantastic job.
He was my GB physio at under 20 level when we went to Macedonia. I think we won 1 game that year. And then the next year we came out and won the whole thing.
There you go.
Hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Exactly.
Definitely not Ed's fault though. He looked after us very well.
So we've got 35.4 seconds to go, and coming up after this game at 6 o'clock, we'll have the men's game between Scotland and England. So stay tuned for that one. The Basketball England YouTube channel will be bringing you all the games from the weekend live. So make sure to like and subscribe, follow along on social media, and stay up to date with everything that's going on. We've had some really exciting games, some really exciting talent out on court.
This one is no different, and the next game as well, I don't think it's going to be any different either. It's going to be a feisty, exciting display of basketball.
It definitely will.
Scotland now trying to put on some full court pressure.
Kostka. Trelane hands it off. Kostka thought about the shot. Shot clock's running down. 5 seconds. Back to Kostka, 1 second. And that's going to be, I'm not sure if that was going to be too late for a shot, but maybe just not sure how was long left on the clock there, but 0.2 seconds. And that will do it. So England win their first game at 50-38 over Scotland. They were led by Helen Naylor with 14 points. Karen Silikas had 11. And for Scotland, a 15-point game from Gillian Williamson, leading all scorers and just doing everything underneath the basket.
Gillianson, I like that as well.
Gillianson. It's a good nickname.
I still can't get over calling her Jill Baird. So.
But a really exciting game there from both teams. First half, 2 points in it at half-time. England just able to pull away in the second, especially towards the end of the fourth there. But Scotland, again, lots to take into their next game as they'll be playing Wales tomorrow.
Oh, definitely. And the Wales team is stacked with talent. We have got ex-GB players, we've got current WBBL players, we've got heads of basketball. There is some quality players in that Welsh roster, and I'm really looking forward to watching that game. So, again, a really, really fantastic display of basketball for the over 35s today. I hope they all go get in the ice bath, rest up, get ready.
So, coming up shortly, we will have the England and Scotland men coming up at 6 o'clock. As I can't get used to I can't speak and fist bump at the same time. It's so I've been trying it all day. It's very difficult to do, but great to see the teams all all, again, really enjoying the experience and the development that they've received. And the development that they'll see over the course of the tournament and getting to play against teams and getting that experience.
Loads of fun. Just got one game left. It's been a great day of basketball at the Performance Centre here.
It has.
Hello, are you okay? How you doing? You okay?
Will Reed comes over to say hello, playing for England men. And this makes for great audio, doesn't it? I was just saying hello to everybody that's walking past. So Isha Naya is going to try and grab an interview courtside with Helen Naylor to get her thoughts on the game. And Helen leading England in scoring with 14 points. She is in the BBL Hall of Fame. Like, there's not a lot she's not done on a basketball court, is there? Like, yeah.
One of my favourite teammates. I know that doesn't really count for anything because I've had a
you
lot
have
of
so
them,
many
but
teammates.
she's one of my favourites. Just a great person on and off court.
One of my favourite Helen Naylor plays was when Georgia Jones dived on the floor, saved a ball in, flung it over her head, just shouted Helen, and out of nowhere Helen popped up and saved the ball in. She was like, it's the bat signal. Someone call Helen to save the ball. So we're going to go courtside with Isha and Helen Naylor. Over to you, Isha.
Thanks, Kat. So I'm here courtside with Helen Naylor. Helen, you've had such a decorated career. You've played WBBL, which you retired from. Then you came back, played Division 2, which you also recently retired from. What made you want to come and play today for England, considering that retirement?
I think because it was such a recent retirement, you know, it's a good time to play. And Steve asked me, I was going to go to Italy with these girls, so just sounded like a good competitive tournament to play in and a bit of fun. So yeah.
Yeah, so you've been in the England setup for quite a while, under 16s, under 20s, things like that. So how does it feel to come back and do it for over 35s and play for England?
I mean, we're a lot less fit than what we were when we were younger. Recovery is a bit harder, but it's good to still play at a competitive level. Obviously, it's different as you get older. You have to use your IQ a bit more because you're not as fast or fit, things like that. So we were definitely really rusty today, but we got better in the second half, which was good.
Yeah, so as you've gotten older, have you had to change your game and alter some of the ways that you play?
Yeah, definitely. I think as you get older, you know, you have to do that. But I think you get smarter as you get older, and you know, your IQ grows. You played a long time, so it's quite easy to adapt.
Yeah, so finally, this is the first time that they've ever done something like this, a Tri-Nations for over 35s. Why do you think it's important that they have a platform and a competition for the people of this age group to play?
I think just so that you know, we're showing the younger girls that are playing, and that you can continue playing for as long as you want. You can take a break. A lot of the girls have taken breaks from playing and come back to play as you're older. So it's just good to have some kind of competitive tournaments for when you get older, and you know, for those that want to continue to play.
Thanks, Helen. Great performance today, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks, Isha, with Helen Naylor there. Helen talking about the preparation and the difference she's had to adjust to playing over the course of her career. Just an absolutely decorated career, a great player, great person. Thank you to Helen for speaking to Isha there. So we're going to take a quick break before we move on to the final game of the day between England men and Scotland men. That'll be on the Basketball England YouTube channel at 6 p.m. So you can jump over to the links, the whole playlist of all the Tri-Nations games today. So have a quick break, grab something to eat, get a drink and settle down for the final game of the day, because it's sure to be a good one.